Share this out. Whew. Oh, there we go. All right, got it. Trying, man, trying to bump it all over the place over here. Whew. All right, we're gonna give it's 6 o'clock now. We're gonna give a few more minutes to let some more people pile up in. Fancy, what's happening? No worries, my bro. Hey, I'm just trying to stay on my P's and Q's, my boy. Oh, wait. My little fancy light stopped working. There we go. Hey! Now we're in there. What's happening, Fancy Noob? Welcome in. Just pulling up some last bit stuff here. Yeah, I'm using my notebook as a mouse pad. Got me a little itty bitty little mouse pad, yo. Justin. Appreciate it, Eric. Thank you. All right. Just trying to get some of this here. Get all that out of y'all. Trying to get some of these little hot button topics ready for everybody. Got an interesting week of wrestling that happened this evening. Like just something to talk about, you know. Turn that light up a little bit more. There we go. And if y'all noticed, I am rocking my Punk shirt. Y'all already know what it is if y'all watched Saturday Night Main Event last night. Yes, sir. No. 2X. I ain't built like that, bro. You already know this. Quit joshing me. All right, so let's see. I mean, if there's any topics I want to talk about here, y'all more than welcome to drop that in the comments section right here, right now, if y'all want. I have a few editorials bouncing between Fightful, Bleacher Report, Wrestling Inc. Yeah, you damn right. All right, let's see. Because we got a lot to talk about whenever it comes to the weekend wrestling. I have some news here. Some good, some bad. Ooh. Let's see. That's definitely something to talk about. You know, Tony Khan made some... Sarah, hey, what's up, sweet? Welcome in. There's been some talk about Tony Khan from AEW having some comments on Samoa Joe's future after in-ring retirement, still being a part of AEW, potentially as somebody working the inner workings of backstage area, maybe an agent, maybe a writer, maybe a booker, you know, in a sense. Yeah. Let's see. There are some people who made some comments about AJ Styles' retirement announcement. Guys like Matt Hardy chimed in, and a few other wrestlers from what I've seen. Let's see. Let's see. Oh no, I did not. That's this chair. Or unless you're trashing my music, I mean that's on you. I don't take offense to that. I'm a professional wrestler, for Christ's sake. I'm good at shit talking. The gift the gab and the gift the jab, my friend. Yeah, AJ did come back, Sarah, not long ago from an injury, but he did make an announcement while in Australia for Crown Jewel. announcing that in 2026 he will be retiring from professional wrestling. You know, he's been doing this for well over 20 years, 25, almost 30 years now. And considering the shape that he is in now, he is still in impeccable shape for a man knocking on 50 years old. You know, I mean, guy's in his mid 40s, mid to late 40s, and still killing it for a man his age. AJ Styles is an absolute legend. You know, that dude went from the indies. He worked in WCW in the downfall of that company, and then he became one of the men that helped build what is TNA. Like, that man is what it means to be a TNA superstar and to be probably one of the most recognized professional wrestlers of his generation. You know, his match with Cena at WrestlePalooza, or what? No, my bad. Was it WrestlePalooza? No. Cena worked Lesnar at WrestlePalooza. That was a fucking popcorn fart of a match. But his match with Cena at Crown Jewel, fucking beautiful. Chef's kiss, buddy. Let's see. Let's see. What's some other news we can talk about here? See, El Hijo del Santo is announcing his retirement pretty soon. The son of Del Santo, like one of the most prolific luchadores in the history of Lucha Libre, you know, the son of the legend is going to be announcing his retirement as well. Just like Bill Demon Jr., he retired not long ago. That man was an outstanding luchador. I love watching guys like that. I can't think of the female wrestlers that came back. AJ Lee did make a one-time return. She tagged up with CM Punk to take on Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins for I think it was WrestlePalooza a couple months ago. That was great. And I did not get to wrestle yesterday in Port Neches, Texas for SSW, for Southern Stars Wrestling. A health issue came up with the Miz's, and I mean, I'm sorry, my family comes before wrestling any day of the week. I'm an independent. I'm not contracted by WWE or anything like that, so I can opt out of a show if I want to, but it might cost me the December 13th booking, which means your boy, what's up, Drip Guy? What's happening? What's cracking? Which means your boy will be with Justin and Jimmy at the Shed December 13th for the last Saturday night main event of the year, which also will mark John Cena's last match of his career. He did make an announcement during Saturday night main event. He actually, instead of hand choosing somebody, he made the announcement during that PLE that it will be earned. He will not handpick somebody. It's not going to be given to that person. It's going to be earned. Now, whether it's, I think he said something about a battle royal or a qualifier or something like that, and whoever wins that gets an opportunity to face Cena. I mean, we're November 2nd right now. We got until December 13th, or maybe a week or so, but like a couple of weeks to build up, to get ready for that go-home week, to get ready for that last Saturday night main event. You never know. I mean, Cena might show up at Survivor Series to congratulate the winner at Survivor Series. Maybe even do a face-off. Nice little face-to-face, face-to-face. I think it'd be great. Honestly, I love this idea because whoever wins that match will face Cena at Saturday night main event for the last match of his career. You don't even need to have a championship on the line to have this happen. I think it is great. But why does he have to leave us? Man, you got to think about it, brother. That dude has battled skin cancer twice. I mean, he was hitting that tanning bed quite a bit, so he kind of did it to himself. But at the same time, he is, if I'm not mistaken, he's married now. And I think he's ready to settle down from the in-ring action because the dude has given us over 25 years of memories. You know, take that into consideration. That man has sacrificed his body for over 2 decades. 2 decades. He has bounced back from surgeries. He has bounced back from major debilitating injuries for the fans. John Cena is leaving behind a 20-plus year legacy. Now that he is the most winningest, believe it or not, the most winningest WWE champion of the entire history of the company. He just topped Ric Flair's world title record, because Flair was a sick. Well, I mean, if you include other world championships, Flair has won 30, 40. Okay, but the televised, I think they're only going by televised here, and Cena has beaten Flair's record of 16 times world heavyweight champion by being the man who never seen 17. You already know how they're doing this ring announcing nowadays. The never seen 17. I dig that. I like that. You know, that's something that feels very John Cena-esque for them to announce that about him for the matches whenever he's wrestling. I mean, he's got 4 more appearances. 4 more. So he's got Survivor Series potentially, and a couple, like a Monday Night Raw, and like 2 Monday Night Raws, and then Saturday Night Main Event. He's got 4 more appearances. I mean, he's up in there with the greats. I mean, Taker. That dude has bounced back from surgery after surgery, hip surgery, knee surgeries, neck surgeries. Like, some of these guys, people do not understand how much of a toll professional wrestling does on the body. There's so many people that want to say, oh, it's fake. Oh, it's scripted. Because for somebody to tell me my profession is fake, say that to my fake ass hospital bills, fam. I've been doing this for 16 years in the independents. I may never see a WWE ring, and you know what? I'm okay with that. But I have shared locker rooms with countless former WWE superstars, even those who even came back to WWE. You know, I've sat in locker rooms and in rings with legends. Rodney Mack, Jazz from Dog Pound, Hardway Rod Price, One Man Gang, fucking Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Robbie E., Simon Gotch, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Gorgeous George. Been there, done that, got the damn t-shirt. I'm still doing this damn thing. I'm still wrestling. That's not nearly as often, but I will get in that ring and show people why I am just built different. This flag is more than just a gimmick. It is a way of life. It's something that I hold strong to. It's something I believe in because this is not just a gimmick. This is a way of life. This is how I live my life day to day. To show people that it doesn't take some, overinflated balloon animal, gene boosted, juiced up fucking meathead to be a professional wrestler. I am that living proof. And just because I don't look like the wrestler of the day, I'm gonna quote Dusty Rhodes real quick, baby. My belly might be a little bit big. My hymen might be a little bit big, but brother, I'm bad, and they know I'm bad. And I've proven it every chance I get. And that's something that ain't a soul alive can take away from me. Now, let's get into this show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Weekend Wrestling live stream. I am just built different, Cody Hawkinz. This is the Weekend Wrestling. So let's go ahead and get some talking points here. Anybody who's anybody has watched Saturday Night Main Event last night. I just caught up on it because I had to wait a little bit. Because, I'm a broke bitch. So I had to wait till it was done. Okay. But I did watch it, and I thoroughly enjoyed Saturday night's main event. And let's go ahead and get started with that. The first match of the night was a WWE Undisputed Championship match. Cody Rhodes defending against Drew McIntyre. This was a hell of a match to start off the show. They put the Undisputed Championship as the curtain jerk. They were setting the pace for a huge Saturday night main event PLE here. There was a lot of great back and forths. At one point, McIntyre has been building up this match with Cody, complaining, bitching, moaning, complaining. I want my title match. I want my title match. I want my title match. Cody finally gave him what he wanted, and you started to see a side of Rhodes that he doesn't really like to resort to. Being very, very, very forward, very, very headstrong aspect of Cody Rhodes. And if anything, I love it. It's time for Cody Rhodes to start showing a little more grit. And he has been the last couple of weeks. I think he has done an outstanding job with this. This match goes without saying. A hell of a knockdown, drag out, big what old JR would like to call a slobber knocker of a match. Hell of a match between these two men. Physically and mentally, this match told a huge, huge story. At one point, McIntyre nearly got Rhodes to utilize the title as a weapon. When he didn't, McIntyre capitalized on a momentary distraction by catching him with the Claymore kick for a 2 count. That was out of nowhere. I did like that. McIntyre would launch Cody Rhodes through the announce table, nearly won the title via a count out. Rhodes would try for the Cody cutter, but the official was in the way, so Cody, teased a knee injury rather than admitting to a botch. That happens. Well, but let me take that back. I really don't like the word botch. It was a miscue. It was just a bad fall, bad landing, but he did cover it up by selling the knee, which I like that. That was cool. It's a way to stay professional, way to keep the match going, way to kick the can. That's just me saying this. It's a way to kick the can in the match and keep things going and have that referee stay on his P's and Q's. Now there was a ref bump from Andrew Thomas. Cody Rhodes would utilize the title belt. Ooh. McIntyre tried to introduce that belt. Cody cut him off. Cody dropped McIntyre's head into that belt with a DDT, finishing with the crossroads. 1, 2, 3, and still your your undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Now, how is it possible for a match featuring the biggest star in the company and a superstar so red hot a year ago at this time feels like an ice cold drop? Now, to me, I mean, it's good. It's entertaining. It's what they're doing for business at this point. But I feel like they've been dragging ass with this thing too damn much. Now, that's just me speaking. Once again, that's probably one of my most famous lines here. But, after that ref bump, I think the match lost a lot of momentum. I mean, it was a tad bit disappointing, but the match did still get the point across. I'm going to rate it like a 3.5 out of 5. I hate to be so cruel with it. I hate to be extremely judgmental, but good. It was a fair build, but the match quality kind of went a little bit, but it did fight to get back up. That's why the title was introduced not once, but a second time, really sealed the deal for him. Moving on, the WWE Women's Championship match, Tiffany Stratton defending her championship against challenger Jade Cargill. Cargill, since coming back a couple weeks ago, after that big gash in her eyebrow, I don't know if y'all seen that SmackDown where she got hurt. But yeah, I mean, Cargill fresh off of a heel turn that saw her attack Stratton to take out that left knee. So Tiffany was not 100% going into this title defense, but Cargill capitalized. She tossed her around that ring like a rag doll. And then whenever Tiff would try to set up for the PME, wiped her leg out from underneath her, targeting that injured joint. Cargill tried to injure her some more into the steel steps. Stratton would try to avoid and evade. would get a swanton for a near fall, but it led to 2 big jackknife power bombs from Jade Cargill and the Jaded to get the victory and your new WWE Women's Champion, Jade Cargill. Now, this was less about delivering a show-stopping match and more about further establishing Cargill as a force, like a heel force. And this right here, this was the best. I feel this was the best way to push Jade Cargill into that heel position. Because she's already got all the tools. Like, WWE has been doing their damn best for Jade to move from face to heel. This right here was that window of opportunity. She took it. She ran with it. She is your new WWE Women's Champion. Congratulations, Jade Cargill. Now, it was good for what it was, the match. These 2 women have gone against each other a few times already in the last year or so. So, the lack of chemistry was apparent, was pretty damn obvious, but they still made it happen. With this conclusion, this is where they're headed with it. It's time for them to move on and come back to a rivalry later down the road. I feel like this is necessary for these 2 women. Now, the triple threat match, Rusev and Penta facing Dominic Mysterio in a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. This right here, of course, whenever WWE formulates a triple threat match, these guys do an absolutely outstanding job whenever it comes to the storytelling of these matches. These men understand the assignment. These guys understand what the hell is going on, even though it looks like hell on wheels. It looks like a hurricane is happening in that ring, or a tornado, so to speak. But this right here, after weeks of pursuing, pursuance from Penta and Rusev for the Intercontinental Championship, this right here was a great title defense, even though this was the 16th title that this title has been on the line at that event. The 16th time the WWE Intercontinental Championship has been on the line at a Saturday Night Main Event. I love that. I love it. Because that adds more prestige to this championship. And it's taking somebody like Dominic Mysterio to build this title up enough. Because I've been told this my entire career. The title doesn't make the wrestler. The wrestler makes the title. Yes, there's plenty of lineage of the Intercontinental Championship. But look at who held it before him. There is a hell of a lot of lineage with this title. And with Dominic Mysterio as a fully established, shit-eating heel with that championship, as well as the AAA Mega Championship, that's just adding on to, the legacy of the Intercontinental Championship. I feel personally, WrestleMania 3, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Macho Man Randy Savage, the single greatest Intercontinental Championship match of all time. Fight me on it. But this match proved to be quite interesting. Rusev would dominate with his strength, unloading on Mysterio. Penta would make a couple saves, only to take the heat from Rusev. Rusev ended up catching Penta mid-flight with a shot to the face and a big kick for a 2 count. Mysterio attempted to slow down Rusev by borrowing the Eddie Guerrero, playbook a little bit, only for the referee to remind him that there were no disqualifications. That was great. That was good. I liked it because it was like, dude, it's not a one-on-one match. This is a triple threat, which means in triple threats, there's no disqualifications, buddy. You ain't got to worry about distracting a referee. You can cheat right in front of his face and he can't do shit. Hello? Hello? Come on now. I'm sorry, this was great. This was so good. Now, Rusev would catch Penta with the big Machka kick, try to land that accolade, but when the bell rang, nobody realized that Mysterio was ringing the bell. Rusev thinking he's won the match, but it was Dominic Mysterio with the ring bell hammer again, ting, 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 ting. Fooling Rusev, thinking that he won the match whenever it was still going down. Rusev would bring the bell hammer into the match. Mysterio brought the bell hammer into the match. Penta would attempt to use it against him, but ended up striking Rusev. Dominic would strike Penta into the post, delivering that frog splash to Rusev and scoring the win. And still, your WWE Intercontinental Champion, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Like, I'm sorry, but Dominic Mysterio is well on his way to being a mainstay, a household name in WWE, if he hasn't started it already. I mean, it's pretty obvious. He started greener than goose shit, and now with all the experience he gained from his dad and everybody else he's faced throughout the last 5 or 6 years, he's doing a great job. I mean, this dude went from being greener than a pepper tree to holding 2 championships at once. Come on now. Come on now. That is saying something about Dominic Mysterio. He's carrying on the Mysterio name in his own way. I love it. Moving on. Before the main event, John Cena would now announce via a pre-taped video that his final opponent will be determined in a tournament that will kick off in his hometown of Boston a week from tomorrow. Now, some of the superstars involved will include some that he's won against, others he has not, maybe others seeking an opportunity of a lifetime to improve their stature in the company, maybe even some people who have never worked for the company before. Good idea. Like where this is going. I still think it's Edge. I still think it's going to be Edge to face Cena at Saturday night's main event. And if Edge, Adam Copeland, makes his return to WWE one last time, because think about it. Edge, shout out to Mosh and Thresh, fuck yeah, dude. Headbangers were the shit in the 90s, man. Hey, they're still pretty damn good wrestlers till this day. They're still taking indie bookings. I would love to talk to one of my promoters about bringing that tag team up. They ain't got to do anything crazy. They just need to run a standard run-of-the-mill tag team match with their gimmick attached. And I think it would be great. Now, there's no any brackets that are officially announced, but guys like Solo Sikoa, Sheamus, Dominic Mysterio, Gunther, Carmelo Hayes, like those were pictured in that pre-tape video. He was revealing that stars from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, potentially TNA, or, this was the first, hint of anything on this show that felt like a huge situation. And I like where this is. I like where Cena made the announcement and where this is going with that. Now, moving on to the World Heavyweight Championship match. CM Punk versus main event Jey Uso for the vacated World Heavyweight Championship. This was a match that needed to happen. Of course, Seth Rollins getting hurt. He got written off. He messed up his shoulder. He did mess up his shoulder against Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel, even though Seth did win Crown Jewel. And it made sense. Because, for Cody to win Crown Jewel back-to-back, I don't think it would have made any sense. Seth had lost to Cody Rhodes 3 times in a row. He was 0-3 against Cody. For him to win at Crown Jewel, finally, it set Cody down a proper path. But it also projected Seth. Even though he did get hurt, he got written off. vacated the championship. This match I feel should have been necessary a long time ago. And I mean a long, like not long after Seth got the title. After he cashed out on Punk, it should have been Punk going after Seth. But no, you had Jay. You had Jey Uso. You had LA Knight. You had Punk. All three of these guys commingling, getting in triple threat matches against each other, week in, week out, every couple of weeks. It was aggravating for a while. So to see this happening without Seth Rollins being involved was very refreshing. A vacated world title, Punk and Uso. Last time these guys faced each other, Punk defeated Jey Uso and LA Knight to become the #1 contender back in October 13th. Uso won a Battle Royal on October 20th, which made him the other person since Seth got hurt. Seth got taken out by Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, sorry. I will get to Braun Strowman in a minute. I do have some things to talk about Braun Strowman. But yeah, this right here, this was to determine a new champion. Somebody had to have the World Heavyweight Championship. Would it be Punk or would it be Jey Uso? Well, sorry to... Yes, I'm still wearing the Punk shirt from 2014. Yes, this is an 11-year-old shirt. Yes, I am a Punk fan. Fight me for it. Now, the action was great in this match. Punk would dominate the action early, out wrestling Jey Uso a good bit, even rocking with a go to sleep that leveled him, sent him to the arena floor. Chicago's finest right here, the Second City Saint, woke him up with a splash, a bottle of water to the face, rolled him back in. Of course, Jay would also fight from underneath, getting this in this situation. Ha, goon. Yeah. Go fuck yourself, buddy. Now, with this situation, with this match, like, fuck you, buddy. Go tell your mom to top off my phone so I can FaceTime her late night. Go somewhere with that bullshit. Now, this was a great back and forth between Jey Uso and CM Punk. And if you really want my comeback, go scrape it off the back of your mama's teeth. As this match continued and got bigger and got better, Uso launched himself at Punk to the outside. Got a spear through the timekeeper's position. Got back in the ring. Punk recovered, hit the go to sleep. Uso kicked out at 2. Each of the guys took their own signatures against each other. Neither one of them able to secure a pinfall. Punk would nail not only 1, but 2 GTSs on Jey Uso to secure the win. And now your new, once again, WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the Second City Saint, the best in the world, CM Punk. Congratulations, Punk. Well earned, well deserved. No Seth Rollins involved. Seth's got 6 months. Let's just give him that credit there. Now, leading up to these, Monday Night Raw was actually a pretty solid show. From what I saw, they had quite a few things. They had their promos, like you had the promos between Jey Uso and Punk, which was good. Let's see. Bye. There you go, buddy. Well, I mean, I'll bring up AEW. I'll bring up some AEW. I do have that on the lineup here. I'm just going over the shows that I've watched throughout the week. Now, Punk and Uso had their face-to-face confrontation leading up to Saturday Night Main Event. Nikki Bella losing a match against Roxanne Perez. The #1 contenders match, Penta and Rusev. Of course, that led to the triple threat last night, which was pretty cool. The Women's Tag Team Championship, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair retaining their titles against Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. That was an awesome women's tag title match. I don't know about y'all, but like, and I ain't just trying to stroke egos here. Whenever it comes to my experience as a professional wrestler, I've got 16 years in the independent scene. And this, as a fan from childhood, going and then taking my experience of the last decade and a half that I have in the professional wrestling scene, this was a damn good tag match. Like, y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can hate on WWE all y'all want. They understand the assignment whenever it comes to storytelling. These guys got it right. I'm sorry, AEW's been dropping the ball. Look at what Tony Khan has done. That man has dropped the ball on at least 5 fucking people. 5 people. Punk, Cody, Jay Cargill, Ricky Starks. God damn it. Oh, and Aleister Black. Just saying. Khan needs to do better with what he's got. Because now that some of the best are working in WWE right now, because apparently AEW wasn't cutting the fucking mustard. Well, I mean, yeah, Ethan Page, your NXT North American champion. So, AEW's better. They might have better wrestlers, but WWE understands the formula. They understand the assignment and how to put these people at the top of the bracket. And get this, CB, you say Aleister Black sucks and his gimmick sucks. Killer Kross and Scarlett, they basically took what Killer Kross and Scarlett were going to do. And actually, I mean, just saying. I mean, Killer Kross wasn't wrong. Kross wasn't wrong. He would pitch an idea and go pitch it on somebody else. WWE's creative would go pitch it on other people to put them over and not Kross and Scarlett. That is a pretty jacked up situation. That is. Because Kross and Scarlett are hella good talents. They shouldn't have been treated the way they were. You got over 25 years combined experience between Kross and Scarlett. It's not easy. You know, they should not have done that to Kross and Scarlett. They could have been the ones in that spot instead of Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. But I'm not creative. I'm not talent relations. It is fucked up what WWE did to them. But that's just the way the business is. You know, the way the wrestling business works, you can't always put a thumb on things. Makita Kamek, you're bouncing into the Shed podcast. This is everything professional wrestling, WWE, AEW, the indies, and so on and so forth. So, Makita, if you don't know, now you know. Welcome to the Shed podcast. I am Just Built Different, Cody Hawkinz, your host for the Weekend Wrestling Review, as well as a 16-year independent pro still actively working. No, we cannot talk about the NBA. Sorry, this is not a basketball podcast. You want to watch a basketball podcast, go watch a basketball podcast. This is not the place to be. This is pro wrestling. Take it or leave it. If not, get the stepping. Peace. Time out. So, now, you had some pretty decent stuff here. NXT post Halloween Havoc. Yeah, Ethan Page is absolutely main roster material. You're exactly right, CB. You know, that once again, one of those guys that Tony Khan dropped the ball on. Like, because Tony was trying to get everybody on that roster to try to build the hype and try to build AEW whenever he should have been building his day ones. He should have been building his day ones as opposed to bringing all that ex-WWE talent into the fray. You know, I'm just saying. Just saying. Ethan Page should have been TNT champion 5 times over. Ethan Page should have been one half of the tag team champions 5 times over. He should have had multiple opportunities at the AEW World Championship because that man is something else. Exactly. That's why AEW lost the viewerships. Because, once again, hashtag Tony fumbled. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying what everybody else is thinking right now. Tony Khan fumbled the ball. Not once, not twice, not 3 or 4 times, but 5 times, if not more. Come on, man. Just saying. All right, let me, I got, it got a little quiet here. It got a little quiet. Get a little bit quiet. I need to get some music up in here. All right, let's see. Hell yeah, there we go. That'll work. Let's see. Now, there was a couple of it. He fumbled his English Premiership football team as well. Look. But WWE sucks, right? WWE sucks, right? They understand the business. Tony Khan is nothing more than a millionaire mark doing a basically overproduced independent company. Like, you want my opinion? Tony Khan is nothing more than a young, ADD, Adderall-ridden mark with daddy's money having an overproduced independent show on national syndicated television. Now, there are some people in AEW that could help make it possible for them to have better viewership, to have better quality matches, instead of having, you know, every Tom, Dick, and Harry who catches his attention in the independent circuit, you know, water down that card some more. Well, I mean, even with or without Sheamus, I'm sorry. There's other people on the WWE roster that picked up the ball whenever Sheamus dropped it. There's a few others. And if you don't think anybody else has the huevos to carry the ball, that's on you, bud. Because the next 2 generations over, I've been picking up the slack. You know, the last 5 years have been fucking epic for WWE compared to AEW. Yeah, AEW had a nice little kick going, but have you noticed? AEW is not working in these big arenas no more. They're working in civic centers. They were in the Hammerstein Ballroom. They were in San Antonio, Texas at the too many botches. What you mean? And first of all, I hate the word botch. Miscues and misinterpretations, yes. Botches, I fucking can't stand that word. I'm a pro wrestler, okay? 16 years, I hate the fucking word botch. I'll end up saying it and then catch myself like, oh, fuck, I said it again. But still, at the same time, everybody makes mistakes. You're not going to get it right every single time in this business. Too many unbroken tables. You mean too many broken tables? Like, where are you getting your sources from, my guy? Like, AEW breaks more tables than WWE shows do. They're bringing out furniture almost like 3-4 times a month. AEW shows bring out more furniture and spill more blood than WWE ever will. See, because that's the thing. Every time somebody bleeds on AEW television, if you notice, Jon Moxley, at least twice a month, if not 3 times a month, is cutting himself. He's showing color. I mean, make it make sense. Somebody's bleeding any given week. Prove me wrong. So let's see what we got. We got some news right here. That's great. You just been out promoted, my dude. What, by a mark? Come on, bro. Look, because it's like this. How long have you been a fan? How long have you been a wrestling fan? Have you ever gotten into professional wrestling? Are you a professional wrestler? Have you ever stepped inside of the ring and sacrificed your body, life and limb, week in and week out for years on end? Have you? Probably not. There's a reason why I am just built different. This isn't just a mark. This isn't just a mark of myself. This is a way of life. This is what I live by. This is a code. Don't ever test my sacrifice. You understand, boy? And if you think you can, let me know what state you're in and we'll book that shit. Oh, you've been hit by a car before. Professional wrestlers take the equivalent force of getting hit by a car multiple times a week. Do your research, kid. Maybe you might learn something. Izzy Delgado, hey, I'm going to WWE Elimination Chamber next year in Chicago and Allstate Arena. Hell yeah, dude. Go for it. I mean, I'm out here in Louisiana, so there's a good chance that I'm going to be going to Money in the Bank in New Orleans at the Smoothie King Arena. So, hey, I just don't like the fact that the tickets are so goddamn expensive. I really don't. I really don't. Foot and padding over them boards. Yeah, you must be one of them. Because I've worked in padding this damn thick. An inch fucking thick. Better yet, do me a favor. See yourself out my door. Bye now. Anyway, it's one thing I can't stand about these guys. They think they know everything whenever not a one of them has ever been a part of this business, has never been a part of the sacrifice it takes to become part of this business. All these marks think they know what the fuck they're talking about. Oh, smart mark is what we want to call them, is a smark. But see, as professional wrestlers, X doesn't mark the spot. We spot our marks. If we want to talk about shooting from the hip, buddy. Now, moving forward. Now, let's see. We do have some news here. Konosuke Takeshita, your current IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, he is going to be facing Yota Tsuji in a double title match set for New Japan Wrestle Kingdom 20. Honestly, Konosuke Takeshita is probably one of the biggest things to come out of AEW, but his time in DDT Pro out in Japan, I am really surprised how well this kid has progressed over the years. I like what he's doing with Don Callis family. And that's my shoot on him. But Yota Tsuji and Konosuke Takeshita at Wrestle Kingdom 20. This is going to be a hell of a match because Yota Tsuji is putting his IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship on the line. Both champions have retained. The main event was defending that Konosuke was defending the Global Heavyweight Championship against Hiroki Goto. Both champions retained. After the main event, Tsuji came out to the ring, and it was announced that Wrestle Kingdom 20 in January 2026, Tsuji and Takeshita will meet in the double title match. I'm looking forward to it. I actually have some buddies with WGS TV. My boy Ashley, my boy Lance Moss, Rick Head through HWR Radio. Yeah, fuck that Don Callis family. That's weird. Yeah, Isaac, I'm about that because I always got to fuck with Don Callis and call him Don Phallus because his head, the way he wears clothes, his head looks like a broken condom. I'm sorry. Yeah, but moving forward here, BFAB has been released by WWE as of late. according to Fightful.com. I'm guessing things weren't working out too well. I mean, that's all I can. It's the only assumption that I can take out of that situation. Let's see what else we can bring up here. Now, also speaking of Wrestle Kingdom 20, Gato offers to prepare an opponent for New Japan legend Hiroshi Tanahashi for his final match at NJPW Wrestle Kingdom 20. I look forward to this, honestly. This is going to be whoever he's facing. I'm ready to find out who it is. Hey, sweetie, welcome in. Now, it says here, according to Fightful, Gato offers an assist to Tanahashi. New Japan Pro Wrestling presented NJPW Hiroshi Tanahashi final homecoming on November 2nd, which was, well, to them, today. But it was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Because other side of the world, they're already November 3rd right now. The semi-main event saw Tanahashi challenge Yota Tsuji for the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship. Tsuji defeated Tanahashi to retain. While Tanahashi was given his post-match remarks backstage, he was approached by NJPW Booker Gato. Gato offered to prepare an opponent for Tanahashi's final match at Wrestle Kingdom on January 2026. Now, Now, as of this writing, here's the updated Wrestle Kingdom 20 lineup. So far, there's 3 matches that have been booked. Hiroshi Tanahashi's final match, opponent to be announced, Aaron Wolf versus Evil, and then the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship and Global Heavyweight Championship on the line, winner-take-all match, Konosuke Takeshita, who is your world champion, against Yota Tsuji, who is your global champion. So, I mean, for any of y'all who watch New Japan, that's going to be a hell of a match. I don't know about y'all, but that is going to be sick. That's going to be a hell of a match, dude. I cannot wait to see that one. I'm ready for that one. Now, Desmond Xavier is scheduled for Wrestling Revolver's December 13th show. This was supposed to be a very great opportunity for Dez, man. Like Pro Wrestling Revolver, he's going back as well. He went by Dez at first, but now he's coming back to the independent scene as Desmond Xavier, formerly Wesley. Of course, y'all know, as y'all know, Wesley was released from WWE. Looking forward to seeing him back in the Indies for a minute. Now, and also news that Zelina Vega, her name is now just Zelina. WWE Creative, they have seemingly shortened Zelina Vega's name to just Zelina. You know, they removed the last name. That's something that WWE is known for doing. Oh, dude, Joe Embiid got fined for doing the suck it taunt during an NBA game. That was a $50,000 fine. I thought that was freaking hilarious. Oh man, that's some good stuff there, bro. Woo. Now, let's see. I know there's some other news here, but let me go to the next page, because I've been a good follower of Fightful. Let's see. Oh, and if y'all noticed in that match with Punk and Jey Uso, Punk got pretty pissed off of a miscued neck breaker spot. Like, Jay turned all the way around into that neck breaker. It looked almost like a cutter face buster. And then Punk kicks him in the back of the head. Get up and do that shit again. You know, I was like, oh, somebody fucked up. Let's see. Blue Demon, speaking of Blue Demon Jr., he is set to be discharged from intensive care. He was in a car accident this past week, and they're looking to discharge him. So best wishes go out to Blue Demon Jr. His father and himself, Blue Demon Jr., legendary luchadors in the world of lucha libre. Let's see. Oh, let's see. A big injury update on Will Ospreay. Apparently, he is actually doing great 6 weeks after surgery. January 2026 is the expected time for Ospreay to return to in-ring action. That is independent bookings as well as AEW. Rayam, what's up? Welcome in. Let's see. We've got a couple of other editorials that I want to check out here. Now, I don't know if anybody noticed this, but Kit Wilson recently denied the split of Pretty Deadly amidst a whole bunch of rumors and speculation. Let's see. See if I can find some other. They had a couple of other things that I wanted to check out. Oh man, that was an interesting one there. But if any of y'all have a topic I want to talk about, feel free to drop it here in the chat. I'd be more than glad to debate, or maybe not debate, but chat with y'all about it. You know, if anybody wants some news about what's going on, I'll be glad to give y'all a heads up on it. There was also an update on Bianca Belair's status following her injury at WrestleMania 41. She's been out of action after breaking multiple fingers at Mania 41. That may stay the way for the upcoming future. Wrestling Inc. did an editorial. Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that there's currently no in-ring return date set for Belair, who WWE fans saw last at the live-streamed announcement of WrestleMania 43 coming to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia in 2027, which they can kiss my ass on that one. I'm still pissed off that they took Mania from New Orleans next year and it's going back to Vegas. And all they're giving us is a Money in the Bank pay-per-view. I'm just saying, the Superdome packed house for a New Orleans Saints game can put over 90,000. 90,000 people. If they would set up for the minimum entrance like they do for all these other big stadium shows for Royal Rumble, they can easily put 85 to 90,000 and set a WWE attendance record in the Superdome. Just saying. WWE, if you're hearing me, not to Mark from LA Knight here, I'm a pro wrestler too, but let me talk to you for a second. Hear me out. Put the Royal Rumble in New Orleans. You won't be disappointed. The Superdome holds 90,000 plus. Especially with the minimum stage setup for Royal Rumble, y'all can pack that thing. Just saying. Just saying. Y'all put 74,000 in there for WrestleMania 30. Y'all put 68,000 in there for WrestleMania 34. But that was a big-ass entranceway, though. You got to think about it. WrestleMania is the granddaddy of them all. Y'all put the Royal Rumble in there? Shit. Y'all gonna basically beat y'all WrestleMania numbers. Easily. Easily. Just saying. That's right. Bring in the fucking money. Hashtag bring the Rumble to the Dome. Royal Rumble NOLA. Hashtag Royal Rumble in NOLA. Just saying. Now, going back to the Bianca Belair situation. In July, Belair emerged as a special guest referee for the No Holds Barred match pitting Naomi against Jade Cargill at WWE Evolution. Together, the trio were once known as the Big Three, with Belair enjoying reigns as WWE Women's Tag Team Champions alongside both Cargill and Naomi. Of course, later she found herself awkwardly situated in the middle after Naomi ambushed Cargill and left her on the shelf for months until Cargill issued a counterattack on Naomi at the Elimination Chamber earlier this year. this whole storyline developed actually quite well. And as you see, whew, Bella's last match saw her, of course, at WrestleMania 41 in a triple threat against Rhea Ripley and Io Sky for the WWE Women's World Championship. Who are the future superstars? You're looking at them right now on Monday Night Raw. You're looking at them right now on Friday Night SmackDown. And you're potentially looking at them at NXT. I see Trick Williams going pretty far where he's at. I still think Carmelo Hayes was a flop. They did not book him properly. You know, Carmelo Hayes could have been a lot further than where he is right now on SmackDown than where he is now. I don't know. I think they dropped the ball on Andrade. Because I think they let politics question that whole contract. Ilya Dragunov, I'm happy to see back. Because he's been out for a year with a knee injury. He's taken his time. He's healed himself up. He's done an outstanding job. His return 2 weeks ago, or almost 2 weeks ago, to beat Sami Zayn to become the new United States champion. I've been waiting for that one for a hot minute. So I'm big on Ilya Dragunov. Hell of a worker. Very intense. Look at the question just above you, Papier. Who are the future superstars of WWE? Now, whenever it comes to NXT, I see big things. If they keep Lash Legend on a good run, Lash Legend could be another big force on the WWE main roster. Look what they've done with Stephanie Vaquer. Okay? Outstanding job, even though she's only been in the company for less than maybe a year. Maybe less. Stephanie Vaquer. Oh, mi amor corazón. I love that girl. She is an amazing worker. Not to mention, she look good, bro. Y'all gotta admit, she look good. She look good. She definitely know how to turn some heads. But, B-U-T-T. No pun intended. Hey, yo. Man. Ricky Saints, man. Ricky freaking Ricky Saints. Sorry. Who I know is Ricky Starks. I shared locker rooms with Ricky Starks whenever he was in the Independence. He was trained by NWA Wildcat out of New Orleans, Louisiana, which is like a 3-hour drive down the road from me. You know, Ricky Starks has had an outstanding career. That's one of the 5 that Tony Khan has dropped the ball on. Ricky Starks, outstanding. David Jones, what's happening? Welcome in. I still think that Ricky Saints, now that he's in WWE, he's got a great future ahead of him. Oh, look, Ricky's amazing, dude. I love him. He's funny as hell. That dude is a riot backstage, and he is a force in that ring. The boy knows how to do it. The kid's got the gift of gab and the gift of jab, and he ain't afraid to show his work. You know, he is an outstanding wrestler for his age and for his experience and what he's learned and what he's still learning now. You know, so I'm glad you were able to meet Ricky. Like, I met him working because I'm a professional wrestler of 16 years. I met him in the independent circuit. Matter of fact, first time I met him, it was at Full Throttle Wrestling, Elton, Louisiana, at the multipurpose complex out there. I think that was like my 3rd show that I worked for Full Throttle Wrestling. Oh, nice, cool. Matter of fact, the match he worked that night when I met him, he worked a kid named Bolt Brady. And I actually filmed that match. Those guys were fucking spectacular. Those guys were great. That's back whenever Ricky still had a little more hair on his head. He looked like he was rocking like a Derrick Curl afro or something, baby. You know, that's something Dusty Rhodes would have probably got on him for, right? Crazy, right? And at the same time, Jordan Grace was on that card too. She worked a woman by the name of Jen Alice from Texas. That was a great match too. And that's whenever Jordan Grace was still like itty bitty. That was before she got all, you know. But still, Jordan Grace is still tearing it up right now. She was a sweetheart of a girl whenever I met her. And a very dedicated wrestler. She started training at the age like 14, 15, 16, somewhere around that ballpark. So to see her come as far as she has from the Texas Indies, working in Lucha Libre, and then moving across the Indies, becoming a force, going into TNA or Impact Wrestling, being a former TNA Knockouts World Champion, going into WWE and just tearing it up. I love the fact that Jordynne Grace is in the WWE. Oh yeah, she still has something to give. She's good. She's got plenty to prove. I mean, not to mention her husband's probably one of the best technical wrestlers in the entire world in the form of the Octopus Jonathan Gresham. Jonathan Gresham is a hell of a wrestler, dude. Never got to meet him in person, but I would love to go to a seminar. Like, I would love to learn a thing or two from this guy. Let's see. Let's see if I can pull up another good bit of news here. Let's see. Happy is the NXT. Yeah, I'm happy he's the NXT champion as well. Oh, speaking of that, Obafemi, that dude is. Hopefully, they don't drop the ball on Oba, because Obafemi came in as an NIL prospect, and he went in less than 2 years from North American champion to NXT champion, holding that championship for almost a year. Maybe, I think, is it a year or maybe longer? Like, that dude has defended that championship quite a handful of times. One of the most dominant NXT champions of his time with the company. I am still live by Obafemi. I see going to the main roster and making some big waves. My son just rolled up in here trying to, he's cutting up. That's my boy though. Now let's see, who else do I see making some big moves? Because honestly, I think Shawn Spears should stay in NXT. Shawn Spears is actually probably a good. Yeah, I hope they don't fumble him, David. I really don't hope they fumble him.
$450 worth of shit.
Well, I figured. Oh, you went to Sam's. That's expected.
I had to borrow $50 off the card because I put $100 back.
Oh, that's right. But yeah, let's see. Who else from NXT do I see as the future of the main roster? OTM. Charlie Dempsey, absolutely. That's the son of Sir William Regal, my boy.
Think those will work?
Yeah, those should. Yeah, sheer. Or these, yeah. I'll try the first one. Okay, good. Cleansing spray, perfect. That'd be great. Charlie Dempsey is another one. No quarter catch crew. Outstanding guy. I see a lot of there's some guys from Evolve. Now Charlie Dempsey does need a push. NXT Championship, yes, absolutely. If not North American Championship first. Let him get the North American title first and then move him to NXT Championship. If not, just strap a rocket to that dude and go for the NXT Championship straight out the gate.
There's a lot of shit.
Wait, let's see.
Help Travis.
Ren Sinclair, formerly Maddie Rinkowski, from the independent circuit. She's good. She's a student of Dog Pound Academy. She was trained by Rodney Mack and Jazz out in San Antonio, Texas. Good worker. Sean Legacy from Evolve. Yes. Absolutely. He had a really good match against Axiom this past week for that Speed Championship qualifier. That was awesome. Let's see. Oh no, that was last week. This past week, I did miss NXT. Matter of fact, let's see. Dark State regaining NXT tag titles from the Hardys. Blah blah blah. That was all what happened. Let's see. Trick Williams wanted that rematch. Jasper Troy. Yeah, it was. Last week was Jasper Troy and Axiom. The finals for. That's another one. Jasper Troy. That's another big man in the business. Another NIL No, he won LFG. Jasper Troy won NFT. Javon Evans, your boy's bouncy. Oh, dude, him and Leon Slater, I think that's the best pairing since peanut butter and jelly whenever it comes to NXT. And that's a shoot, my friend. Oh, I'm going to get him. Now, Jasper Troy, I really do feel like he is, you know, he's got to face, oh, wait, hold on, yeah. Troy did defeat Axiom Tuesday. So now, Troy hit the Black Hole Slam. Abyss must be proud of that. He must have passed that, man. Yeah, they should be a tag team.
I bought it for you.
Cool, thank you. Park Rinds, hell yeah.
$7.
That's not bad for a big old thing of that. Jasper Troy will face El Grande Americano for the WWE Men's Speed Championship. That's going to be an interesting match there. Tatum Paxley being your new NXT champion. They had a nice little segment Tuesday. Kendall Gray, for the Evolve's Women's Champion, facing Last Legend for the Evolve Women's Championship. Gray would defeat Legend to retain that. Hey, what's up, Bizek? What you got, Delgado? Oh, Tavian Heights. Speak of the devil, that match he had with Miles Bourne this past Tuesday on NXT. Yes. Fucking yes. 1,000 times yes. Both of these men are great athletes. They've grown a lot during their time in NXT. And, I mean, a competitive fight between two active baby faces is pretty exciting. I like to see that. Even though both men have been in bigger matches, I almost felt like they saw this as their chance to really prove something. You know, not only to the fans, but to themselves, that these guys are worthy of moving up the roster. Both of these men are deserving a push, but Bourne did defeat Tavian Heights. He did call out Saints again, you know, which brought out the champion for another brawl, you know. Well, Bourne ended up getting the pin. Briggs pulled Heights out of the ring and they fought, blah, blah, blah. Trick Williams showed up and, you know, hit Bourne with a chair. He called out Saints, caused a fight, yada, yada. I'm going to school tomorrow morning. Okay, well, you do that. Always push to be better than the day before. Just remember that. Always be better than yesterday, even if it's a small detail. Tatum Paxley would take on Lola Vice. That match was, I mean, I haven't seen Lola Vice work a solid match in a minute, though. Like, it was different not to see that, you know, not to see Lola Vice in such a great match. But it did result in a no contest. Fatal Influence would show up, attack Izzy Dame at ringside. Vice and Paxley would put their fight aside as the group surrounded the ring. Ref called the bell. You know, got into a big schmoz. One thing I don't get is what? What don't you get, buddy? Oh, and then Joe Hendry appeared at NXT again. I thought that was freaking great. Vince Sinclair did the I Believe in Joe Hendry jingle, and he just showed up out of a trash can. That was great. That was funny as fuck. Oh, cool. Let's put that on the counter, baby. You okay? Okay, and let's see. Kalani Jordan would face Jordan Grace. The TNA Knockouts World Championship message retracted. Okay. Well, speak how you feel, buddy. The TNA Knockouts World Championship was on the line. Kalani Jordan would defeat Jordan Grace and retain that women's world title. I didn't get to watch a lot of it, but I did that. Oh, you wrote that on accident. No worries, guy. No worries. Let's see. Is there any other news I could bring up here before I go off the air? Let me turn it a little bit. There we go. Woo! Dude, y'all seen Damian Lillard dressed up as Macho Man for Halloween? I thought that was a nice little touch. Hologram is undergoing knee surgery from AEW. Easy Damon's betraying Tatum Paxley. Yeah, you can make that assumption because it seems that way. It seems like Tatum Paxley is just a martyr in this situation with the culling. Once again, it makes sense. I agree with you, David. It does make sense. Let's see. Oh, wow. Rapper Quavo puts Rey Mysterio on his greatest of all time blunt rotation with Snoop Dogg and Obama. Oh, man, that ought to be interesting. Oh, Kazuchika Okada, man. I'm sorry, but he's kind of watered down his wrestling style since leaving New Japan. You might not like that opinion, but I feel like he watered down his ability in wrestling a little bit. Like he turned it from 10 down to about a 6. Now, still an intense wrestler. I just can't seem to take him seriously at this point. Unless him and Konosuke Takeshita finally lock it up, that's gonna be fun to watch. Like, I still say, like, Takeshita. Well, I mean, yeah, everyone has an opinion. Yeah, I figured. But yeah, I mean, I've liked Kazuchika Okada ever since, like, he got into New Japan. Like, he even wrestled a couple times for other independent federations. He worked at Ring of Honor a few times. He's been to TNA a few times. Especially, like, U.S. indie circuit promotions. Outstanding. But I just kind of feel like he watered down, like, he turned down his moveset a little bit. He turned down I mean, I don't want to disrespect Kazuchika Okada because he's still an outstanding, hard-hitting wrestler. He's just not hitting as hard as he was before. Because, of course, all wrestlers have that wear and tear. Look at Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega has been through the meat grinder, just like Kazuchika Okada has. You know, the matches those two had against each other, fucking legendary. Legendary, to say the least. Oh, that's very frosty cold. I like that. Couple more questions here, and I'll go ahead and close this off. See, look, as a matter of fact, I want to bring up the Killer Cross response to fans believing that Aleister Black and Zelina Vega pairing is similar to the Cross Scarlet pairing. Here's my Here's my opinion on that one, bro. I really have to put my 2 cents in on this one, because I feel like WWE bit off of Cross and Scarlet, and they gave that Cross and Scarlet storyline to Aleister Black and Zelina. Matter of fact, look, according to an editorial from Fightful.com, Jeremy Lambert on October 31st actually wrote this editorial. On the October 10th episode of WWE SmackDown, Aleister Black and Zelina Vega were paired together on screen, with Vega assisting Black against Damian Priest. Black and Vega have been married since 2018. Of course, everybody knows that, and if you don't know, now you do. Some fans noted that the pairing was similar to Karrion Kross being paired with his wife Scarlett, both of whom departed WWE in August after their contracts were not renewed. Appearing on Keeping It 100 with Disco Inferno and Conan, Kross was asked about the fan response and if he saw the similarities. Kross would end up saying, and I quote, "I try to keep it classy and not jump into the divisive subjects. I can't tell people how to feel about what they're seeing and what they want to say. If you're not tone deaf and you're paying attention to everyone in the world, people are fucking tired of being told how to feel about what they see and hear." Pardon the language there, because this is what he's saying. Continuing on, he says, "I don't want to be that guy to tell people how they should feel about what they're watching. I'm sick of it. I stopped watching a lot of opinion shows because I have a brain and I can think and see. I don't want to be told what to think and see. So I won't do that because I'd be a hypocrite. Unquote. You are excited for the Bad Bunny's coming to Super Bowl next year? Yeah, I mean, hey, Bad Bunny's pretty cool, man. Like I've listened to his music. His shit thumps. He's got some good music, and hey, he proved himself to the world of professional wrestling whenever he took on Damian Priest in Puerto Rico. That shit was so cool. That was actually a damn good match. Like that was, to me, that was the proving point. Bad Bunny is a bad son of a bitch. He had enough balls to put his body on the line with Damian Priest in an all-out stellar performance in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I said what I said. And also, Cross goes on to say, this is what I will say. Scarlett and I are very flattered that we are still a subject of conversation online and among wrestling fans. We're not in the biggest show on the planet. So when this stuff comes up, we're flattered. We're flattered to still be in the conversations. You'll never really know what that's the performers doing that, or if that is something they are being asked to do. I can't throw shade, end quote. Now, Blackwood recently revealed that he pitched an on-screen partnership with Vega in 2021. You can find that there was some full comments on that situation in a previous editorial. Yeah, check out FIFO.com if y'all want to read more into that editorial. So I just brought up like the basic shtick of what was going on there. Yeah, man. Andrade, Friday. A good big ups to Andrade El Idolo. He did make a post saying, "Keep your head up. There's always light at the end of the tunnel." This man's career is far from over. Andrade is a hell of an in-ring performer. It sucks the situation that happened with him in WWE. And then with AEW, with that return, him going after Kenny Omega. I think it's BS. Oh, wait, Andrade? Oh, dude, whenever he got his release from WWE, hold on. Matter of fact, let me look it up here. El Idolo is currently away from the world of wrestling after returning to AEW on the October 1st episode of Dynamite. There's been a ton of reporting on his future, with some saying that he has a 1-year non-compete agreement after being released from WWE. Yeah, so this man he's just home. He's got a 1-year non-compete clause because of his departure from WWE. Something tells me that's got to do with the politics of him and Charlotte's divorce. On Friday, October 31st, Andrade took to Instagram to share an encouraging message about keeping your head up. He says, quote, "Keep your head up. There's always light at the end of the tunnel." FIFA will update fans when more is known about Andrade and his future in the world of wrestling. Fans, check out his current lineup, blah, 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 things of that matter. Now, I think it's really jacked up that the WWE gave him a 1-year non-compete. I think it's absolutely absurd. Because the majority of these talents, 1 year came in after he broke the initial 90 days non-compete, which is more standard. Right. The 90-day is the more standard of a non-compete whenever you're being released by WWE. Honestly, I think a non-compete is absolute bullshit. WWE is the only company giving these 30, 60, 90-day non-competes. You don't see AEW doing this. You don't see New Japan doing non-competes. What the fuck up, WWE? That's one thing I do not like about WWE. Is this non-complete bullshit. Him and Rey Fenix should have been a tag team. Yes! Yes! They should have been an outstanding tag team. Because they did a great job working together those couple of shows before Andrade's release. Now, be that as it may, it really sucks to see Andrade suffering right now, because apparently he violated a 90-day non-compete, and now it went from a 90-day to a 1 year. That's some bullshit. I'm sorry, but he needs to fight that shit in court. I'm sorry. That's manipulation. That right there is manipulation of power in the wrestling business. WWE shouldn't have hit him with that penalty. If anything, they should have. They should have just said, "Hell with the non-compete and go work where you want to work." But no, because WWE's got all that power. They're a publicly traded company. They have established people. I'm sorry, there is nepotism in the company still. That's, I mean, from what I'm looking at, there's still shades of nepotism. And just because his divorce from Charlotte was a little rocky, their marriage kind of went down the shitter, that doesn't mean that he had to pay the price. I'm sorry. I mean, Charlotte can't say nothing. Fucking Ludwig Kaiser was in her DMs. That's why Andrade fucking broke it off last I checked. But that's why Ludwig Kaiser's not working as Ludwig Kaiser no more. He's El Grande Americano. If y'all didn't know already. Of course y'all knew. Just like I know Los Americanos is fucking Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Come on, guys. If you're not real wrestling fans if you can't figure that shit out. You can tell by their body types. It's not that hard to figure out, no. Anywho's, I'm going to go ahead and call it a show. We've gone on for 85 minutes, so an hour and 25 minutes. It's probably, Kyle Fletcher? Oh, yeah, man. Absolute beast as a TNT champion. Great guy. Great talent. You know, he's the protostar for a reason. But with that being said, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and call this an evening. I appreciate everybody who's dropped their comments down here in the section. I will see y'all again next Sunday evening, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time here on YouTube. You know, and we want to thank our sponsor, Little E's Creations, as well as the Chef Podcast for making the Week in Wrestling possible. Until next week, y'all have a great week. And I'll see y'all next Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time here on YouTube. This has been the Chef Podcast. I'm Just Built Different, Cody Hawkinz.